Hello all, my name is Lloyd, and thank you for this opportunity. Question number 1. Describe yourself in 3 words and why you picked those words. The 3 words I would use to describe myself are passionate, caring, and creative. I would describe myself as being passionate because I truly care about my students and their academic achievement. But I not only am passionate about their academics, I'm passionate about them feeling a sense of belonging inside and outside of the classroom. Since I plan on being a special education teacher, I also am passionate about giving a highly discriminated against population the opportunity to feel included in the general public. This population is overlooked by many and not given the proper care and aid it needs. I want to be an advocate for their needs and to assess them the best I can. I'm caring because I put the needs of others before my own, and I want nothing more than for them to succeed. I work tireless hours to provide the best support and care I can for those in need. I am creative because I am observant with my students and I pick up on aspects of school that are of interest to them. I use these aspects and create lesson plans specific to their needs and to their likes. Question number 2. How do you keep a positive attitude in the midst of challenging circumstances? I think a great way to answer this question would be to give an example of how I kept a positive attitude during a challenging time in my internship just recently. One of my students got verbally and physically upset with me when I was attempting to help him in math. He began screaming in my face, banging his head on the table, and even tried to break his pencil in two. I kept reassuring the student that he had plenty of time to finish this assignment, there was no rush. I knew that the school day had just been too stressful for him, so I took nothing he was saying to heart. I kept a level head while talking to him. I talked to my teacher outside to inform her of the situation. We discussed further lesson plans on how to assess this student, what I should be doing better. By having this conversation, I'm now better suited to help this student in the future and any other students I may come in contact with that might have this problem.
Question number 3. What can and should a teacher do to foster understanding of people who are from different backgrounds and mindsets?
Since there are a variety of different mindsets and backgrounds a student can come from, I think the first thing that a teacher should do is simply do your research. Whether that means asking the student personal questions that they feel comfortable answering, of course, about their different religions, their different racial backgrounds, and maybe even the structure of their family. Another great way to foster this understanding is by creating a relatable environment for my students. I think one thing that brings together a group of people is the sense of relatableness with one another. To me, this would mean that all of my students would be aware of each other's mindsets and backgrounds that are different from their own to ensure that nobody feels different from another. Because at the end of the day, everyone just wants to feel a sense of normalcy. I would ensure that my students feel seen and heard by me. Along with this, I think it is important to have a strong sense of community in your classroom. Question 4. What do you think it means to be a professional as a teacher in a classroom? When thinking about professionalism in a classroom setting, especially as a teacher, it is crucial to maintain a positive attitude. Being respectful of your students and fellow staff is also important when trying to keep a professional atmosphere in your classroom. Building a sense of mutual respect will ensure that this is done. I think another important aspect of professionalism in the classroom is by simply having confidence, knowing what you're doing, and acknowledging your strengths. This will give you the opportunity to teach others using your strongest skills and best assets. In my classroom, I will be a model of punctuality to ensure my students understand the importance of professional values. This will include me having set forth daily class schedules to help my students maintain an effective pace of lessons and learning. Question 5. Think of your favorite teacher you have had during your time as a student. What characteristics did they display that made them your favorite, and how will you try to emulate this in your classroom? 3 essential characteristics that I found that my favorite teacher implemented during his time as a leader was the sense of communication skills, problem-solving skills, and innovation. I would say that communication fits with my character perfectly because, truthfully, I enjoy talking. I do a lot of it in my current job, in my current internship, in my classes, and just in daily life. Because of this, I know how to effectively communicate with those around me no matter the reason. Whether I am trying to resolve a conflict at work or at my internship, just trying to have a regular conversation with a friend, or even trying to problem solve different situations. Problem solving is another essential characteristic that I feel I emulate because I'm a very level headed person and I often am able to empathize with people in times of trouble. I'm often the person that people come to in times of trouble when they need a realistic opinion and advice on how to assess different situations. This is evident in my internship as I have helped many students stay focused and motivated through their academics when they were formerly feeling uninterested in topics and in school in general. I plan on being innovative in the way that I teach my students. It's crucial to know that if one method is not working for one student or a group, you can always adjust and you can always plan accordingly. I always like to say that teaching is not a one size fits all and should be assessed for each individual student and their specific needs. I'm most excited about becoming a teacher, especially a special education teacher, because I'm very passionate, as I stated earlier, about giving a very highly discriminated against population the opportunities to succeed and the proper skills they may need to get there. I know from experience that when a student feels that they have a teacher on their side, not only for their academics, but just someone that simply cares for them, it is crucial for their development. Students excel when they are given the opportunity to and when they are pushed to. It's also important, though, to note that as teachers, we know that our students are not perfect. We are not perfect. We are all human, and we must work together and build a sense of community to create a better atmosphere for our schools. I'm a fantastic candidate for this program as I have excelled in school throughout my undergraduate years at UNC. I have obtained Dean's Lists every semester available to me. I will bring various characteristics such as organization, time management, passion, perseverance, and collaboration to ensure I am effectively serving my students. Thank you again for this opportunity. I appreciate your time and consideration.